doing, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and all our veterans. Thank you for what you do for our country. We got a great show lined up for you today. We got a two for Friday. It's going to be good. We're not in the regular studio, as you can see. We're still working on the new studio, which is going to be downstairs, hopefully sometime next week. But we're here today. To kick off the hour, we're going to have my good buddy Raffaello, of course, the owner of all the JRC Ace hardware stores. Do-it-yourself at Raffaello. And then about 12:35, right after the JRC Ace Hardware Minute, we got my good friend S.K. Burke with their big selling hit book called Friendly Betrayal. Very interesting, great read. So make sure you tune in for both of our guests today. It's Ocean's Pit. It's showtime. Thank you, Richie from Seventh Heaven, for that great little intro. Guys, let's get right to business with our sponsors, the great Ace Hardware. That's right, JRC Ace Hardware stores. Buy local, shop local. Hey, step up and help the kids' bucket sale. Buy a bucket, and everything you put in, it's 20% off. What a great deal that is. Also, a 4-pack of fidget light bulbs free with a $40 purchase. Limit one while supplies last. How about this, folks? Two for $10 Black Flag Insect Killer, wasp, hornet, and roach and fly insects. You got to get good stuff to get rid of all your bugs and stuff in the backyard. And AC Ward members get a $3 on select mason jars for all your canning and preserving needs as you harvest your summer garden. And buy select Milwaukee Power Tools. Get a free Milwaukee battery, $169 value. What a deal that is. And 2 for $18, a 20-pound bag of wild bird food. And don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off. With our good friends from Ace Hardware, Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And, of course, my good friend Raffaello, the owner, will be joining us very shortly. But first, I want to thank Ron Onesti for being on the show yesterday, promoting. He was also on WGN this morning. Promoting the 100-year anniversary of Des Plaines Theater. And they have a lot of good stuff going on. So thank you, Ron Onesti, for being on the show yesterday. And we want to thank everybody for showing up to the Taste of Elmwood Park. We kicked it off with Ocean's Rat Pack, a massive crowd there. And I was surprised that people actually came out with that heat. But thank you, everybody. Mark Bales on sound, Chief of Police, the great Andy Hawk. Thank you. Of course, the Mayor, Skippy Saviano. Murray and Jake Wire for EMG Agency. Thank you guys so much. Great seeing my mom there. My good buddy Emil. Thank you, Emil, for the cigar. And everybody else, Albert for coming out, and Marty. And it was just a great seeing my mom out there dancing, having a good time. That was a lot of fun. And, of course, got to give it up to the band. Daryl Armenstadt on keys. I'll see Daryl tonight. Of course, John Grande on sax. And, of course, Mr. Double T, Tony Toto on drums. Of course, Jerry Jams running and putting it all together. And my cohorts, Bill Saratella, of course, and Elliot Winbush. So it was it was hot, but it was a great show. So tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. It's an 8 o'clock hit with Daryl Armenstadt. And tomorrow, road trip, folks. That's right. Saturday and Sunday, Ocean's Rat Pack will be headlining the Warren Italian Fest in Warren, Ohio. Big festival out there in Ohio. So we're taking a road trip. That's Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of good things. In a couple more minutes, JRC, of course, Raffaello will be joining us. Happy Watermelon Day for all you people who love watermelon. I didn't realize all these days they have. Here's a day that's very important, the National Purple Heart Day. And for anybody in the military who got a Purple Heart, it's a big honor to have. I know one of Chicago, John Garini did receive a purport. So thank you, Johnny, if you do for our country, what you did for our country. We really do appreciate it very much. And it's important for everybody else out there who fight for our country and who are well. So it's very, very important. I say, let's see, it's 12 o'clock. Wait, we're going to have a great weekend. Emo, thank you. And thank you for talking to my mom. Angelo's in the house. Packy, Dick, Alderman of Des Plaines. I'll see you tonight, my friend Jill. Indianapolis is in the house. Jeff, all the way from Memphis. Hope you have a safe journey out there, buddy. Lilia, I hope you guys are doing well. All right, so what else do we got to talk about? I don't know who Ashley McBryde is, but I guess she's a country singer. She's going to open a non-alcoholic bar in Nashville. I don't know. Are there? I guess there's bars like that, right? There's juice bars or non-alcoholic bars where you can go there and get the non-alcoholic drinks. We know there's non-alcoholic wine. We know there's non-alcoholic beer. We even know now they have a non-alcoholic whiskeys. There's a whiskey and there's a vodka, a non-alcoholic. I don't know what they taste like, but it should be interesting to see. I know people there that do not drink, so this would be perfect for them to sit back and try some of their stuff. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how that works. Twisted Spoke was a bar in the city of Chicago for many, many years. It's closing its doors. And like I said, it's sad you see some of these old great restaurants and bars closing their doors. The Twisted Spoke closing its doors. And also another great bar in Palatine, the great Dirty Nellies. Of course, they were open once, they closed, and they opened, closed. Well, they're open now. They're still doing strong, but one of the co-founders just passed away. Very sad. Marta Zola, one of the co-founders of Dirty Nellies, has passed away. So our prayers go out to that as well. Also, our prayers out to my friend Nina Tierney. Her grandmother's not doing too good, so put a little prayer out to Nina out there. Very important. Also, the actress from Walking Dead. I've never seen Walking Dead, but one of the actresses has passed away. Kelly Mack dies at the age of 33 years old. Oh, boy. I tell you. And yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment to schedule for a colonoscopy, which I'm going to have at the end of the month. And after 50, I get one every couple of years because they found some polyps. So they said come in every 3 years instead of every 5 years, whatever it was. So I went to Costco because it's right behind Costco over here, the one in Schaumburg. And folks, you wouldn't believe the line of people at the gas section at Costco. The line, it looks like they were going into a concert. Now, I looked at the price from the gas. I've never got gas at Costco, so I don't know. It was like they were saving like 60 cents. 60 cents they were saving, sitting in line all that time. You probably waste that much just waiting there to get gas at Costco. I could not believe this when I was leaving the parking lot at the doctor's office, and I was going, holy cow. I mean, I can see if you're sitting there saving a $2 or $1 or something, whatever, but 60 cents or 50 cents, this is what you're saving? This is what people are waiting in line for? And then to be an hour wait. You should have seen this line, Jerry Jams. It looked like it was like you were waiting to go see Paul McCartney in concert to save 50 cents. You might as well don't drive if you're going to save 50 cents, folks. Wow. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Jerry Jams, great job last night. Kathy, all the way from Nashville. Ricky, how you doing? You guess you have time to save 50 cents. Crazy. I just couldn't believe. I didn't know. I thought maybe it was an accident at first when I pulled into the lot because the Dooley Medical Center was right there in Schaumburg. I thought maybe, there was an accident or something. I could not believe. You're right. I wasn't going to call him that, but there you go, MAGA 47. You did it. I buy my gas at a regular gas station, but wherever, the closest one I find, that's where I go. Mobile, Shell, Standard, whatever it's called. I don't care. I just pull over when I need gas. That's just me. Kathy, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's Ocean's Pit. Coming up in a couple minutes, we got the great Raffaello from the JRC Ace Hardware Stores. then the show, we got S.K. Burke with her brand new best-selling book, Friendly Betrayal. No, she's coming on. I already talked. She's coming on at the second end of the show. Anyway, yeah, so that's the line of people for that. It was just a little crazy. And one more story I just heard about Bill Gates has already made an announcement, with his AI taking over the world, right? 10 years, he's saying that doctors, teachers, a lot of these jobs will be obsolete. They won't need doctors anymore. They won't need teachers anymore. And I don't know, there was a list, and I ain't got no time to talk about it today. I'll probably talk about it on Tuesday or Monday. A list that was like 10 different jobs that will not be here in 10 years. 10 years is not that far away, folks. Some of our kids that are going to school get jobs, they might not have teacher jobs in 10 years. They might not have lawyer jobs in 10 years. They might not have doctors. But this is what Bill Gates predicts. And I'm not a Bill Gates fan, but let's, it's going to happen. And it's kind of scary. It is really going to be scary. I can't believe it. Okay. It is what it is. What are we going to do? All right, let's get a quick another sponsor, folks, before we bring up our good buddy Raffaello first. A hit there. Let's see what happens. If something happens today, I'm not sure. Everything's a little slow, as I can see. Daryl, great job last night, brother, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm trying to get to the sunset moving, folks. So don't just if you're looking for real estate, she is the best here for you, folks. Oh, here you go. Maybe now it's going to finally kick in. Everything is way slow today, but here we go. Let's see if Mary pops up on the screen here for real estate at its finest. Looks like it's making its way. I don't know, ready to buy or sell. I don't see it. Anyway, meet Mary Green, local realtor with years of experience and deep understanding of the market. She's here to guide you at every step of the way. Dreams into reality. Contact her today. Available as buyers, sellers for sale by owners, or expired listings. The realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Star State. There she is. Give her a call at 630-688-1725 for all your real estate needs. She is the girl for you, folks. And also, she also runs MTD Vacations. And then we're talking about MTD Vacations Cruise 2026. Now, this will be my third cruise with Seventh Heaven for a long time. And I've done cruise ships in the original Chicago. But this is going to be very kind of cool for the third one. And we've done the last two in the Royal Caribbean, but the cruise line, this one is going to happen, folks, on January 17th to the January 25th. So it's a 7-day Western Caribbean cruise. We're going to start off in Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay, which is an island owned by World America. The ship is MSC World America. It's a brand new ship. And what we love about this ship, it's family owned. It's brand new. It's owned by an Italian family, independently owned by an Italian family. It's not a full ship. And we're excited. Now, if you've been on Royal Caribbean, this cruise, they will honor the Royal Caribbean points. That is huge. That is big. They will honor those points. That's very important. Also, what Royal Caribbean didn't do, if you wanted to go on the cruise by yourself, you had to pay for double occupancy. And that can cost you a little bit. On this MSC World America, they will give you a single room at one single price. You can't beat it. It's going to happen. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say you want to go on the Ocean Seventh Heaven. That's right. Tony Ocean and the main event band, and another giant cruise coming in January. All right, without any further ado, let's get our first guest. And of course, he's our number one sponsor for Ocean's Pit. And we're going to bring him on. He is the owner, of course, all the JRC Ace Hardware stores and do it yourself with Raffaello. So let's bring up Raffaello today and let's see what he's got to say here. Hold on. We're trying to get him on here. Everything is moving a little slow, so let's see.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, but you're frozen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hear me?
I can hear you.
Now I'm frozen.
Can you hear me?
It's moving a little slow. Okay, there you go. I think yes.
Okay.
There you go. Can you hear me now? Am I still frozen? Okay, good.
No, I can hear you, and you're
Raphael,
moving.
how are you doing, buddy? Where are you at today? What location?
I'm doing well, and thank you for having me on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for sponsoring the show. What location are you at right now?
I'm in Fox River Grove, Illinois. Can you hear me?
The brand new stores that just opened. Plus, you have a brand new. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, good.
The next time we do it,
a little slow
listen,
today. Okay.
I'm thinking the next time we do this, I want to set up a desk in the middle of the empty lot where we're building in Elmwood Park, right in the middle of the construction zone. What do you think?
I think that's a great one. Just live right from there. I think that will work out perfect.
Right here.
This segment is Do It Yourself with Raffaello. And Raffaello, you've always got some good stuff to tell the people that are watching, of course. And today we're going to talk about bird feeders. Now, now in some towns, and maybe you would know this, I mean, you put bird feeders out there. Does the town give people a hard time to have bird feeders or feeding the deer and stuff like that? Is that frowned upon about a bunch of towns, or is that normal?
I understand most of the villages and municipalities will retain their anonymity in that because you know what? They just want to create a harmonic balance amongst their constituents and the people that live in the town.
I got it.
Those are some big words I just threw at you, and I'm sorry.
Yes, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, but it's good. I know it's good. So, but you know, I know a lot of people who have them. I know there's people that feed the raccoons, the geese, the ducks, the deer. Unfortunately, even if you have like small pets, you got to be careful if the raccoons or some of the big birds come down. But I know you guys have a wild variety of food. You even have the big sale going on for your wild 2 for $18, 20-pound bag of wild bird food that you're already selling over there. So what do you got today? What kind of bird feeder do you recommend? Well,
you know what? I just want to touch base.
Have in their backyard.
When you feed your birds, you're supporting the bird population. You're supplement feeding them, especially in the winter during migration. It helps the birds survive. And some people really enjoy bird watching. You know what? When I'm outside and I see a hummingbird, I think if you ever watch it, it's really an interesting thing to see how quickly it moves. I'm like, wow, you're smoking a cigar, you're having a Manhattan and you're watching a hummingbird. You're like, what more do you want? But today I got my props with me. I just want you to know I got the Perky Pet Orange Nectar, right? I got the.
Okay, now wait a minute. Is that for the birds or that you just
bird nectar?
Wait, you drinking?
No, I'm not drinking. This is for the birds. It's not for me. Okay, and then I brought in
the first one?
An interesting bird feeder. Oh, that's
okay.
Perky Pet Orange Nectar.
Okay, so is that for you to drink, or can you put that with the birds to drink?
This is for the birds, not for humans. This is for the birds.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a seltzer that you were drinking. Okay.
No, it goes in one of these. This is the Perky Pet feeder, so it unscrews, right? You would fill the bottle, giving you some little props, or you'd fill the bottle, you'd turn this back upside down, and it has like a little valve built in it, and you'd hang it from a tree, and the intent is, if I can get this together, is that the birds will come and feed off of this. And these liquid drinks, they actually have, it's designed for them. It has their nutrients, their vitamins, their minerals for birds. So you're helping them survive in the cold months is what you're doing. You can't put this out when it's 22 below zero.
Right, obviously.
Are you there?
Right. But you can put it out.
Okay, now I got another one for you, Tony. I got the Suet Plus Block. Do you see it?
Ooh. I see it. It's a
Now
so
wait,
it's a
this is real
block
hard.
instead of the juice.
Yeah, it's a block. They got to pick at this, but I'll show you one of our cool looking ones. This is the bird feeder. It kind of looks like a barbecue.
Oh yeah, look at that. How cool is
Looks
that?
like a Traeger. That would go in this side right here. You'd
Okay.
open the door and
Okay.
you'd fill this, and then your
All right.
your soft bird feed would go here and here. But you know when it's open like this attracts squirrels as they like it too. And all of my
Yes, I
stores
noticed
probably
that
have
too.
20 different variations of bird feeders, not to include the liquid ones. And you know what? What I find interesting, it's a big seller. People want to feed their birds. And you know what? Hey, we just want to accommodate. You want to talk about it? This is we even track the best sellers. What's the number one product that people use in the area? Like if you come to Fox River Grove, you can ask one of the staff members, what's the number one seller? A lot of people like to feed this with the hummingbirds. I don't know if they put any liquor in here. I'm not sure. You know, I haven't got that far yet, but this is the one, right?
There's probably people out there that maybe ran out of booze and maybe tested it themselves. You know,
well, I'm not going to taste that because I understand this is it's real syrupy too. I don't know. I'm not going there. Okay, I'm not going there.
Maybe good with pancakes. But you know, it is important and selling. But a lot of people, even you get deers in your backyard. Some people have big yard. They get the raccoons. You got to watch out for these critters that do come in. But a lot of people do it, just like you said, or the geese that come in sometimes. Like we have a pool, so sometimes the geese come and sit on in the pool. Even in the wintertime when it's covered, they're sitting on there too. So do you recommend? So you don't recommend putting food out for squirrels and stuff like that, right? Because you don't want that attraction.
I don't think so. Like the Richmond store, you get wild turkey, all that kind of stuff up that way. You know what I mean? But what I do hear people say is like your bird feeder, you want to keep in one area of your yard away from where you sit, because when they drop their feces, when it dries up and it becomes airborne, it can cause a mold in your lungs. Yeah. That I do know and I've read about. So you keep it away from where you're like your patio furniture. Sometimes they put one of those what do they call that hook now that we push in the ground? It's like 6 foot tall. You can hang plants on a shepherd's hook. They'll hang the bird feeder off of the shepherd's hook.
Okay.
They can push it in their lawn and they'll keep it in the corner of the lawn. Right.
Yeah. What are some of those things cost over there at Ace Hardware? What is that?
Well, nice this one right here is like $375. This one right here, and you can get a lot of. This is actually concentrate. So if you read the directions, you're going to dilute this. This is like $12. Yeah. These are like $21, and my my Traeger looking barbecue bird feeder is like $25. We also have miniature kettle Webbers, different colors, right? That you can hang from the trees that are bird feeders. Can't even keep them in stock. Those things sell at me. They're like, "Is this a bird feeder?" I'm like, can you send me a picture? Here's my card. I want to see it in your yard.
And they want to
this
see
is what I like about the job is the what?
Yeah, I like it too. Do you ever see the picnic bench? They have the picnic benches for
squirrels. I've seen that too.
The little mini, and you see the squirrel sitting on the chair like he's eating. It is remarkable how these birds. But it's funny that not funny, but there is a lot of towns and so you put them out. So what if you don't put any bird? So during the winter, obviously you don't put any bird food out there.
You mean
when it gets too cold?
We put it out for the birds to feed at the store. No, because once they start coming, they'll start picking at the bags outside. Right. Then we got squirrels, rats, all kinds of animals digging in it. We don't want that. Right. We're trying to keep our stores clean and safe.
Yeah. No, right, exactly, and that's what the people that should bring these home. They should be careful to keep them safe too. But you're also selling something over there. This black now you got to have a lot of these too, Raffaello. The black flag insect killer, wasp, hornet, ants, roaches. You ever notice that there's so many different brands when it comes to that? And for somebody going out to try to get rid of that stuff, do they all basically work? Or there's one better than the other?
When I grab the Ace brand, I have them at home. They kind of the hornets. They nest around the window. I go out there early in the morning and I douse it, and then I knock it down. And you know what? I'm not going to put water in a little container and put my hand up there by it. I'm not going that route. I just don't want to get
Not going
stung.
that route.
I just don't want to get stung.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, right. Too. And so, but does one killer kill all of them? Is there one just for ants?
No,
just
you got there's separate ones.
can
One's for
kill
ants,
all of
one's for roaches, one's for hornets and wasps, one's for bees. Right. I also think the sprays, the aerosol, what it puts out in the environment, some of them are dialed down, some are more powerful, some are not. And I think you should pay a little attention to what you're spraying. It's around your own home, and your kids are breathing it in.
Right. That makes sense.
Some of those, now that you said that, some of those chemicals are environmentally friendly around dogs. You want to make sure you buy that one.
Well, that's almost like, I think we talked about it when we had the salt that melts
right. We
the
have
ice.
the pet friendly salt.
They even sell some of those salts that are pet friendly. You have to watch out that they're not. You have to be pet friendly.
They'll step on
your
that
dogs can get sick
and lick their paws. And you know what? Then you're off to the vet. Same thing with these chemicals that you spray, because it has a sweet taste to it. They'll lick it off the pavement, and you know what? Now you're taking your dog to the doc. You froze again,
and we don't want.
Are you there?
That. So how is
the
Foxwood Grove store? Yeah, I'm sorry. Am I frozen now?
It's a good store. They're producing.
The Foxwood. Good. What about the one in Arizona? How's that?
Arizona right now, everything's slowed down in Arizona. Can you hear me? No? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, Arizona slowed down, but Arizona right now, you're 116 during the day.
Crazy.
I can't hear you.
Completely crazy.
Totally.
Can you hear me now?
I was there last week.
Oh yeah,
I got to tell you, to go out at 8 o'clock at night and barbecue, it's 96 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. You can't even step on the travertine pavers. It'll burn your feet. I'm like, this is crazy. Right.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. Tell us a little bit about your construction going on in the one in Elmwood Park. We're excited about that.
Well, we officially go in for full permit submission Monday, the 18th of this month. We go in for permits. So hopefully they turn them around in 3 weeks. I don't know. I'm speculating. And we start breaking ground. We want to be open for May of 2026.
And you know what, Raffaello, that's not too far away. It's going to come by pretty fast. It's going to come by pretty fast.
But you know what? Here's the other thing. In Richmond, I'm applying for my C1 and C2 liquor license because, craft beer for crafty people.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
To put a bar in there. So when you're playing in Lake Geneva, stop by and have a beer with me.
You ain't kidding. You're going to put a bar in Ace Hardware in Richmond?
Yeah.
Why not? That's a great idea. Why don't you put them in all your stores? Why just Richmond?
The villages get a little testy with that. You know what I mean? That village president was like, no problem. I'm like, beautiful. Right.
So you're not going to be putting gambling machines into your stores in the
near future? Just a bar. I want to be able to have Friday and Saturdays, somebody out there singing, some bags. I'm bolstering community involvement, Tony.
Well, very good. I liked another word we're going to have to look that up. That's another word you used today, Raffaello, in 25 minutes that you were there. 20 minutes on the show. That's fantastic of what you guys doing. And you know what? Tell me a little bit about Step Up to Help Kids bucket sale. I think that's very, very cool. Tell the customers about buy a bucket, put everything in it, 20% off. Tell me how that works.
So the backside of it is we buy the bucket, the retail, the owners. Okay. You buy the bucket for $5. That $5 is now donated to the Children's Miracle Network. Everything you put in the bucket is 20% off. And I'll tell you what, ACE, the corporate office, with all the retailers, is committed to a $10 million donation to the Children's Miracle Network every year. So you know what? We're doing our part. Yeah. Now you got to do your part.
Right. Now let me ask you. So anything you can fit in that bucket is 20% off.
That's correct.
So you can't put a lawn chair because it won't fit in that bucket.
You know what? If I'm there, I'm like, it fits in the bucket.
I got it. I totally understand. So
I make things happen.
You're always trying to help your customers.
By the way, your cooler is still in Norwich. That cooler I got for you.
I'm going to have to go pick it up when I get
Got
back
your
from
name
Ohio,
on it,
because
right?
we're working
You know
Ohio
what?
this week.
I might even put a six pack of Perky Pet Nectar in there for you.
You might want to put that in there so we can try it out. Maybe we can drink one of those when I come out to Richmond when I do H&E. Maybe we'll crack one of those.
Non-alcoholic. We want alcohol.
I might not. We want alcohol. Raphael, I want to thank you for your time. I know you're a busy man, folks. It's a JRC Hardware Stores. And you got to check it out for the bird food, and of course, and all the other great deals they got. And our good friends from Ace. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And guys, don't forget to tell them it's still not too late to grill your Ace off. Why not? If you already got a grill, maybe you're thinking maybe because the season's coming to an end, buy one now so you're ready for next year. So you're ready for next summer. And you got to do it with our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighbors. Raffaello, we will see you soon.
Thank you.
You have a great day,
all right, my friend. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Raffaello, everybody. Thank you. Raffaello, everybody. My good buddy Raffaello from Ace Hardware, always the #1 sponsor of Ocean's Pit. And we got to love it, folks. Another great sponsor is Jack Vena Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service and installation, servicing the northern part of Illinois for over 50 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. That's Jack Vena Landscaping. And don't forget my good buddy Danny Maggi from Armando's Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local in Elgin, Illinois, 925 Liberty Street. Danny will help you out with all your grocery needs at Armando's grocery stores in Elgin, Illinois. You got to love it, folks. And we love everything that you got. Now we got some big shows coming up before we bring up our second guest coming on in about 1 minute. Of course, we're talking about S.K. Burke and her best-selling book, Friendly Betrayal. She'll be coming on in just a couple seconds. But before that, don't forget, folks, next I'm going to give you a little breakdown of what's going on with the Tony Ocean shows coming up. Next Thursday will be a Tavern on the Point in Edison Park. Next Friday is the big one, folks. Taylor Street, Ron Onesti's Taylor Street Italian Fest. We're headlining Friday night. Tony Ocean, the main event band, on the main stage. It's going to be an incredible event like it is every year. Taylor Street, we're excited. Also, we'll be going to Mars in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That's another big one, folks. I cannot help you with any seats there. That's going to be very exciting. Saturday on the 23rd of August. Also, let's not forget on the 29th of August, the Taste of Melrose Park. It's going to be yours truly doing the first part of the show as Dean Martin, Bill Saratella doing Frank Sinatra, and Wendy Thompson coming in for the very first time doing Marilyn Monroe. No one's seen it yet. It's going to happen at the Taste of Melrose Park. That's the first hour. Second hour, it's Tony Ocean and the main event band doing all your dance hits. That's the 29th of August. And then the 30th of August, returning back to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin at the Thirsty Parrot, Lake Como. A lot of good stuff still coming up. And don't forget August 31st will be at September Fest, one of the biggest festivals in the suburbs in Schaumburg, with the main event band. Will be there on Sunday, the 31st of August. Remember, folks, because nobody works the next day. It's the holiday. So everybody's off on that Monday, and I hope you guys will come out and support some good stuff. Ace, we talked about Ace Hardware. We talked about everything else going on, and I think it's time to bring on our second guest, and she is the author of Friendly Betrayal. That's S.K. Burke. We'll be bringing her on. Let's hope we don't have any problems with this internet. Okay, let's see. Let's pop her on here.
I'm here.
There she is.
Hi.
Hi. S.K., how are you doing
good.
today?
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Santa. Listen, just by the back of the book. Now, it's interesting because mostly when you watch like the Hallmark channels, it's always the guy that's always doing the dirty work. It seems like you reversed it on this. Now, before we talk about the book, were you always inspired to be a writer? How did this all come about?
So this all came about. I mean, I was always creative. When I was young, I did child acting. I was in plays and commercials and singing, and that kind of led its way to when I was in college. I went into being journalism major, and then never really did anything with that because life went on. You get married, you have kids, but I always loved to write, and I would always keep journals and just little things like that. And then one day I had this great idea for a book. I'll tell you how all that came about. And I sat down and I did it. But writing was always something I enjoyed.
Is it anything, some of the stuff that you ever write, is it something that happened to you or someone you know, or do you just make this stuff up out of your
So a
head?
lot of people ask me that about this book because it's such an introspective look into marriages, divorces, affairs, what goes on, how people feel. And I think by this age of we have all lived enough life that these experiences, my friends' experiences, I kind of brought them all together and put them in this book. And I mean, there are women that have affairs for sure. And I just thought that, from things that I had heard and things that we've all felt, that it was time to bring this out.
Well, it's an interesting book. It's called Friendly Betrayal, folks. And just a couple lines here. I'm just going to just give you like the first two lines on the back of the book. When devoted wife and mother Sabrina offers to help her newly single best friend Carolyn navigate the wild world of online dating, it seems like a harmless gesture between friends. So without getting into more into the book, because you have to go out and buy it, it's almost like what you're trying to say is this girl and two girls trying to get back, trying to go out back into the dating world. And she tried to look up for guys, and her friend is trying to help her pick out certain guys, and vice versa, right? Whatever happens, the girl that helps, is it the girl that helps? The girl gets the guy, right? Instead of the girl who's looking for the guy.
Let me tell you how it was all born, and then you'll understand the gist of it. So my best friend and I were having a wine night, and she is divorced. And we were discussing about at this age how hard it is to meet people because you really don't want to go out into bars and all the rest of it. And I said, you know what? Try online dating. I know a lot of people have had luck with that and have met people. And she was like, I could never do that. I hate something like that. I don't like to do small talk. I don't like people. At this age, I don't want to do it. She said, you do it for me. You're talkative. You like to, you're friendly, all this. I'll make a profile. You talk to the people and then I'll take it over. And I said, I can't do that. I'm married. I can't be online talking to strange guys. Yeah. So we ended the night and I was driving home and I was like, ding, 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 ding. I have a story. And I went home and I started to write a page, and it's kind of like, what they say, the old cliche, I was possessed. My fingers were flying across the typewriter and I was able to get this story. So that is basically what it is. It's about a woman that's married. She's younger in her 30s, has young kids, gave her career up to stay home and take care of her family while her husband's on this meteoric rise as a lawyer. And they get wealthy and they buy their dream house and everything is great. But then she becomes like a forgotten shoe as this man is on his rise. And her best friend's divorce. She convinces her to go on, doesn't want to. And so she filed. The only difference is not in the reality of the story. She does get caught up. She does get caught up with the man that's supposed to go to her friend. And it's how good people make bad choices and how it affects your life and everything around you and how you resolve it or you don't resolve it. So there is a lot of truth to it and a lot of emotion.
It makes a lot of sense. And you know what, when people, and I know a lot of people that are dating and trying to find people, and a lot of people think about just the bars. The affairs are in the bars, but there's more affairs. It's almost a proven fact that there's more affairs in the 9-to-5 office than there is in any bars. Because in the 9-to-5 office, people are working together. They know each other more. They know everything about each other. They don't have to go into these bars and stuff. So I know what you're saying. And it's a great book, folks, from what we read so far, of course, Friendly Betrayal. And if they want the book, how do they get a hold of the book, Darius?
So the book is available as either an ebook or a paperback book on Amazon.com.
Very cool.
Very cool. And if you buy it, I ask that you review it because that's super important.
Very important.
Yeah, that's really helpful. But yeah, it's available to everyone there. It's gotten great reviews and I'm thrilled.
Well, the story itself, if you notice, when you look at all these Hallmark channels and all these TLC channels and these story TV movies, every topic seems to be this kind of thing, or either they cheat on it or something happens, or some of them get even worse where they end up killing the person, right? Yeah. So it's something like it sells big, right? Right? So this stuff, it sells big.
Oh, Tony, because it's reality. Look at where we are in life. Now, if you're lucky enough to have married your high school sweetheart, which I now have done a couple marriages
Yes.
later with Tommy.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah,
If
we've been
prior to that, everybody's been through a few marriages, one or two. Everybody's had relationships. Everybody has gone through these hardships. It's not always you get married, get the house with the picket fence, and live happily ever after. And I think people relate to it. Even the men that have read this are like, wow, I didn't know women felt like this, because, it's not things that are really discussed. But as a woman, I've heard the stories, and, I brought it to life.
brought it to life. Now, is there a sequel? Is there another book maybe in the world? There is a sequel.
There is a sequel. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So the process of doing this was, a learning experience for sure. Because after I wrote the book, you have to figure out how to get an editor and, that. When I got it to the editor and she read it, before she gave me all the revisions I needed to do, she said, this book is begging for a sequel. Everybody's going to want to know what happens. So I wrote the sequel. It's in the editing portion of it, and I'm hoping to have it out by September. So I'll be back to talk to you about how that goes.
Absolutely. And this is fantastic. The book is called Friendly Betrayal. S.K. Burke, check it out, folks. It's going to be a great read. And support local authors, and which is very, very important. And I was just going to touch real big. I know you're big on horses, and I know I'd love to do a whole show just on that alone. That must be a really cool feeling to work, and what you and Tommy and your people do to help these horses. It's got to be. How many horses do you actually take care of?
So I have 5 at my house. And the funniest thing is, I live in Barrington Hills, and we go to that Fox River Grove Ace all the time, and buy all bird supplies there. So good on you for that. But we have 5 horses here at the house. They're all retired, just living a good life out in the fields, and they come in at night. They've all done their duty already. We've now added, which you guys have to come and see, 3 chickens to the mix. So that's our newest endeavor, is taking care of chickens. It's craziness.
And now, wait, do you guys use the eggs? I have a couple of buddies of mine who have the chickens in their backyard, and they get the fresh eggs from them.
We haven't gotten that far yet, because this whole project started out as Tommy and I going to Tractor Supply for horse supplies, seeing a chicken coop and being like, should we? And then we came home with 3 chicks. So they're not going to start laying eggs until like September or October, I think, when they get that age. But the funniest part is everybody's like, you're going to save so much money on eggs. Let me tell you what it costs by the time you do the chicken coop and the fencing and all the rest of it. I could buy chicken eggs the rest of my life and never recoup what we've already done for the chickens. So, but we love it. So we're doing this little farm life. And then the other horse I have is my show horse. He's at a barn up in Zion. And we go on the road and do horse shows with my best friend, Carl Ween, and just my trainer. And so I dragged we're 2 kids from the neighborhood that are now living the farm life like homesteaders out there with the chickens and the horses in the garden. But it's great. We love it.
And there it is. Very cool. Now, how does the horses get to you? Somebody can't take care of them anymore, or they just want to retire? How do you end up getting them?
Since I'm in the horse world and I have, my horse at the barn, the way it started out was I have a friend there that was retiring 2 horses, and she heard I was doing this, and she asked if she could put them here, and she did. And then another friend found out, and she had a pony, and then I took the pony in. And then because I wanted a friend for the pony, I went to a rescue, and I got another pony and brought that one. And so we just kind of amassed them. So we have 5 stalls. The stalls are all full. I keep all the girls on one side, the boys on the other side. And it's really good. This weather's killing us, the heat. The horses, that's the other thing. People are always like, horses should live outside. When the weather's like this, my horses want to be inside. They have cold water. They have a fan on them. They have fresh hay, and they're like done with the bugs.
Yeah, it's just like people. They don't want to be outside when the heat. So you're absolutely right. Shantha, thank you for your time. I know you're very busy. S.K. Burke, Friendly Betrayal. Pick it up on Amazon if you guys want. If you just reach out to me, and I can make sure that Shantha knows you want to buy one. It's a great book. And what's important is to support the local authors and musicians and entertainers. And this is what it's all about. And There will be a sequel to Friendly
Thank you
Betrayal.
so much.
I'm looking forward to that. Give my best to Bam Bam, and it was great seeing you last week. S.K. Burke, Friendly
Thank you so
Betrayal.
much.
You
Bye,
have a good
Tony.
one.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye-bye, honey. Santa Burke, folks. Of course, S.K. Burke with her book, Friendly Betrayal. Guys, it's one of those great days, and we're coming to the end of the hour, folks. And again, we want to thank you all. We want to thank Raffaello from Ace Hardware, folks, JRC Ace Hardware. But before we do that, let's go to the J Ace Hardware Minute. It's time for the weather, folks. That's right. And we were just talking about the heat. This is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. It's Friday, August 8th. It's 88 degrees out there. It feels like it's 94. Humidity is 54% out there. 10-mile-an-hour winds. It is sunny. It is sticky. It is hot. So be careful if you're going outside. That's brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local. And folks, we got, don't forget, tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. And tomorrow we'll be in Warren, Ohio, Saturday and Sunday with Ocean's Rat Pack. We got birthdays for Friday, August 8th. The great Jimmy Cagney would be celebrating a birthday. The great Tony Bennett. Al Merliano, of course, he played Al on Happy Days, celebrating. Another great author, J.K. Rowling, celebrates a birthday. Another great author. Martha Stewart celebrating a birthday. The great Tom Brady, 48 years old. Paul Carrick of the great band, 74 years old. Lee Rocker from the Stray Cats is 64 years old. Louis Armstrong celebrating a birthday. You got to love that. Barack Obama. I'm not a fan, but it's his birthday. God bless. James Hetfield from Metallica is in the house, 62 years old. Patrick Swayze celebrating a birthday, and Liam Siam, 74 years old. And again, happy 100-year anniversary to the Des Plaines Theater with Ron Onesti, who was on WGN this morning. Guys, we got to go. Just remember a couple things. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. It's very, very important. And support Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. They got all the great stuff going on, folks. 25% off pool toys, including inflatables, diving toys while supplies last. 75% off remaining decorative garden stakes while supply lasts. And don't forget to download the Ace app. All new Ace app downloads receive a $10 coupon just by downloading the app. It's that simple. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, be kind to one another. It's a tough world out there, but remember, if you feel offended or anything that you hear on this show or any other show or TV or radio, whatever you're watching, change the channel. But remember one thing, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Always remember that. But be respectful to everybody else's feelings. It's important. We're not all going to get along. We're not all going to agree on the same things, but thank God we can still have some sort of freedom of speech. It's not as big as it was, but let's just try to do that. Guys, Ringo Starr says peace and love, and we need it more than ever. Have a great weekend, folks. We'll be back home from Ohio, so we will be doing that. And Carol Brandolino will be with us again on Tuesday for Twisted Tuesday. Carol wasn't on the show on Thursday because she was in Springfield doing work. Again, thank you, Ron Onesti, for that. And guys, we got to go. Have an incredible weekend. Peace and love. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Bye-bye.
It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody.